On behalf of Ratna, Sagar, I welcome all of us assembled over here for this very important function. Today we are here to launch Ratna Sagar's Higher Academic Division, Primus Books, and its first set of publications. It's lovely to have you all over here. It gives guest for the evening, Professor Shyam Menon, the first Vice Chancellor of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar University, Delhi. I would like to thank you, sir, for having made the time, for having decided to preside over this function. And thank you for making time for this possible. Also, present over here, Professor Siddiqui, Professor G.K. Das, and Professor Manju Jain. We welcome you all. And I would now wish Jain to please come up to the lectern and introduce the Primus imprint and formally welcome our chief guest and our guests for the evening. Dr. Jain.
It's a great pleasure and a great joy to be here at the launch of Primus Books. I'm very pleased to welcome Professor Shyam Menon, Vice Chancellor of the Bharat Ratna B.R. Ambedkar University, who has kindly consented to be the chief guest of the function. Professor Menon was the proctor of University of Delhi and Dean and Head of the Department of Faculty of Education, Central Institute of Education, Delhi University. His specialization is in curriculum development and science education. For the last 2 decades, he has been working closely on issues related to elementary education, teacher development and higher education. He has been a Fulbright Fellow and visiting faculty at the University of Wisconsin and Director School of Education, IGNOU. Along with several publications and research projects to his credit, he plays an advisory role to significant state and government committees on education. Please join me in welcoming Professor Menon this evening. We also have amongst us our authors whose books are going to be launched this evening. The first one on my left is Professor Siddiqui. His book, Indo-Persian Historiography up to the 13th century, to be launched today. Professor Siddiqui retired as Chairman, Department of History, Aligarh Muslim University in 1997 and Coordinator of Center of Advanced Studies, Department of History, Aligarh Muslim University. Then we have Professor G.K. Das here, who is a former professor of English at the University of Delhi and a former Vice Chancellor of Utkal University, Bhubaneswar. I'm pleased to welcome Professor Das. Was co-edited a volume with Professor Das, is principal of DAV College for Girls, Jamnanagar. We also have with us Professor Anirudh Deshpande, who is Assistant Professor of History, Motilal Nehru College, University of Delhi. He has been a UGC Junior Research Fellow, Postdoc Fellow at ICHR, and Nehru Fellow at the Nehru Memorial Museum and Library, Tirumurti. During 2000-2001, he was Consultant Historian with the United Nations Drug Control Program Regional Office for South Asia. Please join me in welcoming Professor Anirudh Deshpande. And then we have Dr. Manju Jain, who's written narratives of who's edited narratives of Indian cinema. She retired as professor from the Department of English, University of Delhi. We are pleased to have all of them, and I welcome them all once again to this the launch of Primus Books, which is a new division of Ratna Sagar. Thank you. Ratna Sagar has been in the textbook publishing for the last 25 years or more. In those 25 years, we have strived to done our bit to produce such books that ultimately will form part of a very fine curriculum for the students, for the children of this country, and for the schools over here. The mission statement of Ratna Sagar 25 years ago stated that we'll strive to bring out the best of children's books and books that are in tune with the pedagogical developments taking place in the field of education and in the field of teaching. And we promised ourselves that we shall continue to bring out such books for the students. At times, we also had books which were not exactly within the confinement of children's textbooks. We published some other books off and on. We will start a new division in Ratna Sagar which will bring out academic books for the academicians and for the research scholars for the universities and all. It's been with this books of higher academic division for which Mr. Bhola Verma has been looking after. Our current strength will be in the fields of history, anthropology, politics and current affairs as far as our program in Primus Books is concerned. Our special management series has been developed by the IIM faculty keeping in view the changing global economic scenario with the downturn to engender enhanced and responsive business managerial thought among MBA aspirants today. We have a dedicated team of editors, a dedicated team of to the production of the books that we bring out. It shall be our endeavor to bring out as best as we can. We envisage an active backlist of our publication. Our aim is to ensure maximum visibility to our authors and their works, not only in India but outside India also. Our commitment to high quality will always remain as a hallmark, as a pursuit with us. With these words, I'm pleased to welcome you on behalf of Ratna Sagar, on behalf of Primus, that you could make it over here this evening in spite of the chief guest once again. And I look forward to your cooperation and help available to us in future also.
Okay.
Thank you.